Arthur Jones. A name that thunders like the crunch of pads meeting flesh in a goal line stand. A defensive end whose unyielding ferocity on the line of scrimmage mirrored the steadfast heart he brought to family, faith, and the fight for every inch of life. On October 3, 2025, at the devastatingly young age of 39, Arthur passed suddenly in his Pompey, New York home, felled by a pre-existing heart condition that his defibrillator could not outpace, first responders arriving too late to rewrite the final play. The news hit like a blindside blitz. The Baltimore Ravens, where his sack dance sealed Super Bowl glory, mourned with a statement from GM Eric DeCosta. Arthur's big smile and eternal positivity uplifted us all, while Syracuse University, his orange cradle, hailed him as a tremendous player and even better person. His brother Chandler, the fellow NFL warrior, shattered on Instagram, "My heart is shattered. Art was my rock, my rival. Gone too soon." And Jon Bones Jones, the UFC titan, vowed to carry the flame. "You taught me to fight clean and fierce, big bro." Tributes swelled from fans who chanted his name through purple hazes. One writing, "Art defended dreams for kids like me from Rochester. But Arthur's story? It's no fumble in the red zone. It's a triumphant touchdown drive. A life of grit and grace that blocked for brothers and built for boys." We'll trace the frost-kissed fields of his Rochester roots, where athletic anthems first echoed in unbreakable bonds. Charge through his Syracuse scrums and NFL spotlights. Pause in the end zone of home, where wife and sons were his eternal MVP, and reflect on a grounded grandeur where net worth bowed to wisdom sown. This isn't just stats and stumbles. It's an emotional huddle for a giant whose greatest sack was on doubt itself. Feel the turf yield under your cleats. Arthur's journey leaves you breathless, heart pounding with pride. Picture Rochester in 1986, Genesee River carving icy paths through a city of factory echoes and family fortitude, where on June 3rd, in Strong Memorial Hospital's hush, Arthur Willis Jones III arrived, a robust spark born to Arthur II, a high school counselor whose empathy earned him Coach Jones, and Camille, a homemaker whose warmth wove their working-class world into banquets of belonging. Rochester was no silver spoon suburb. It was a crucible of comebacks, Kodak shadows lengthening over Lake Ontario's chill. But the Jones home on Laburnum Crescent glowed with blue-collar buoyancy, alive with three boys' laughter. Arthur, the eldest, grew as gentle giant in waiting, his toddler chases after butterflies at Genesee Valley Park picnics drawing chuckles that turned to cheers when he'd sack cousins in pickup games at 6. Camille, her roots in Alabama's Great Migration grit, filled Sundays at Mount Olivet Baptist with gospel that hummed through homework, instilling faith as firm as a goal line stand. Arthur too modeled mentorship, dragging young Art to Aquinas Institute clinics, where his first fumble mid-play daydream became legend, but his cousin-crushing pursuit sealed his spark. Chandler arrived in 1990, a wiry whirlwind 2 years junior. Jon in 1987, the baby whose puppy takedowns foreshadowed octagon storms. The triad roughhoused in the basement dojo, Arthur refereeing with booming laughs and dad jokes, his arm slung protectively over Chandler's shoulder during vicious viewings of Barry Sanders' sprints. Summers sprawled on checkered blankets with Camille's potato salad MVP, Arthur too quizzing life lessons, talent sparks, work wildfires, money stretched thin, counselor's salary for braces, camps, but love overflowed, holidays hot chocolate and highlights, Arthur's protective pat on Jon's head a quiet vow. McQuaid Jesuit High forged him, 6 feet 3 inches, 250-pound freshman frame dominating, coaches crowing motor that won't quit, B's in history, civil rights his muse, A's in phys edition. A knee sprain sideline junior prom, crutches and cookies his date, journaling, block for the fam. By 2004 graduation, his senior sack record shattered marks, scouts swarming, the Jones dynasty dawning. Syracuse called in 2004, Orange Haze a full-ride fate, the Carrier Dome his coliseum where he'd bulk to 280 under Coach Mike Sirianni's squats and sprints. Off-field, he tutored Chandler remotely, mailed Jon tapes with barbs, hit weights or stay grounded. Majoring in public policy, his urban renewal essays earned prof nods. GPA 3.2 amid the grind. Sophomore 2006, 5 sacks versus Louisville, pursuing Brian Brome in All-American Blur. Heartache struck 2007. An ACL tear in the rematch. Rehab a siege of laps and shadows. Tears with sweat as Camille prayed over phone lines. Brother's care packages his fuel. Redemption 2008. 10.5 TFLs. 7 sacks anchoring an 8-5 orange to papajohns.com bowl. His UCF strip sack rattling rafters. Drafted 26th overall by Ravens in 2010. Helmet hug with David Viral. Voice cracking for Rochester. The NFL Coliseum awaited. Rookie 2010. 12 starts, 3 sacks. Run stuffing paving Ray Lewis's path. 2011 playoffs. Strip sack on Tom Brady chilling Foxborough. Fumble fueling 20-13 upset. Super Bowl XLVII 2013. Pressure crumpling Kaepernick's drive in blacked out Superdome. 34-31 Lombardi lift. Arthur hoisting trophy tear streaked. Chandler leaping from stands. John texting, sacked the world. Injuries nipped, a 2012 triceps tear, but 2014 Colts 5-year, $33.3 million pact yielded 8 sacks. Knee woes forced 2017 retirement at 31. Presser mature. Game gave gold. I'll give back. Post pads. AJ3 Ventures flipping Rochester row houses. $500,000 seed to millions. Jones Brothers Foundation with Chandler and John. $1 million plus to youth sports. His clinics. Hit hard, hug harder. Ledger. $20 million plus earnings. 20.5 sacks. Ring a jewel legacy camaraderie's crown. Arthur's end zone was home. A sanctuary where the defensive end unguarded for devoted dad. In 2013, post-Super Bowl, he wed Kaylee Regnery, Rochester realtor whose wit caught him at a gala, courtship Ravens games and Riverside rambles, vows at Genesee Country Village, my MVP most valuable piece. Sons, Arthur 4 2015, toddling to dad's bench. Caleb 2018, intense-eyed observer in tiny cleats. Fatherhood finest recovery. Mornings monster trucks and oatmeal. Evenings Pee-wee coaching. Kneeling, block for brother. Kaylee quarterbacked their Henrietta Colonial, hosting reunions. Chandler grilling, John shadowboxing boys, laughter drowning snow. Health hit 2019 arrhythmia. Defibrillator backup QB. Joked Arthur. Date nights at Seabreeze hoisting Caleb for coaster views. This rush matters. Vacations victory laps. Orlando splash mountain whoops. Killington toboggan giggles. Henrietta hummed harmony. Camille's collared Sundays. Arthur's grace. 4 field and family. End came with Kaylee's hand in his. Boys' drawings fridge taped. A final joy frame. Family wasn't footnote, eternal formation. Post-whistle, Arthur balanced blitz of business and benevolence. AJ3 Ventures flipped row houses. Hard hats barking blueprints. Mornings Erie Canal runs to urban podcasts. Evenings lasagna layers of love. Faith-fueled. Mount Olivet Bible studies. Tenor on Amazing Grace. Philanthropy fourth quarter. Foundation $1 million plus to camps, scholarships, anti-bullying. His hurdles inspiration. 2020 knee replacement, new shocks. Instagram gym grinds, aging bold. Vacations valves. Hawaii snorkels, Adirondack fishing with Arthur 2. Ford F-150 mud splattered, joys opulent. Bills tailgates with Chandler, John's UFC courtside cheers. Net worth 4-8M. $20 million NFL gross. Colts windfall, real estate appreciation. Taxes, tithing, foundation tempered. Funded boys' colleges, Camille's trust. Lived lean. Money's fumble chase, don't define. Lifestyle legacy. Grounded, generous, wealth and lives lifted. As Genesee whispers westward, Arthur's thunder hushes triumphant. A dynamo sacking doubt, blocking for brothers, building for boys. From laburnum laughter to Lombardi lift, he graced glory's grit. Tributes toll, Chandler's vow, John's belt etch, we honor symphony resounding. If Arthur stirs, ferocity, fullness, huddle longer. Subscribe for remarkable rushes, like if his legacy lines yours. Play hard, love harder. Fade to warm echo.